Hello my lovely Flosstube friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren, also known as Cross Stitch Bunny, here on YouTube and over on Instagram. This is not a normal Flosstube episode, this is a bit of an extra. I am going to do a fancy lady parade, stash dive, all the good stuff. So what I'm going to do is start off by showing you all of my finished fancy ladies. They are not FFOs, none of my fancy ladies are currently FFO'd, but I do have a few who are finished. I'm then going to move on to show you all my sort of kitted ladies and just charts that I've got. It's just going to be a fancy lady extravaganza, so all my Nora Corbett charts, all of my Mirabilias, Bella Filipinas, yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it, for fancy ladies? I know there are a few other designers, but I'm not sure that I've necessarily got any of them in my stash. So yes, let's get started because I think this is going to be a bit of a long one. I am going to start off, like I said, with my finishers. So I have not had a huge number of fancy lady finishers so far, but I do have 4 or 5 to share with you. Some of them are smaller, so some of them are like Nora Corbett designs. One is my Bella Filipina sort of retreat exclusive pattern, so she was a smaller mermaid, but they are all really lovely. So let's grab those out of my folder and have a look at those first. So first up we have my lovely little sunflower fairy. She is absolutely beautiful, very small and very delicate. I finished her quite some time ago and this pattern is available for download, or was available for download. It may still be on the Hirschner's website. It's not very expensive, it comes as PDF and I absolutely love her. Really, really beautiful. She was stitched with Valdini threads, which was the cord for. I'm not entirely sure because I did her a while ago whether there were any DMC in there as well or whether it was exclusively Valdini threads. I think it was just those overdyed threads. And then she has beads, and I'm not sure what I stitched her on because again this was done quite some time ago and I do not have my old notes to hand. But that's fine, this isn't a normal Flosstube, this is just a looking at the lovely ladies Flosstube. We don't need all the details that I would usually give. So that is finish 1, Nora Corbett Sunflower Fairy. I love her so much. She's so tiny, she's so small. My next one is, who should we look at next? Oh, my Ophelia's Pearl. So she is a little bit bigger than my Sunflower Fairy, but she's still not huge. She is again a Nora Corbett design from the Petite Mermaids collection, which I think does fall under Mirabilia. I'm pretty sure, but in any case it is a Nora Corbett pattern for sure. I stitched her on a lovely hand-dyed opalescent. She is absolutely beautiful, just the sheer number of beads on her. She was my first proper introduction to beading. I think I finished this one before I finished Sunflower Fairy. I'm not 100% certain, but I think so. I love her colours, all that fiery orange, beautiful. So yes, there she is, Ophelia's Pearl. Lovely, lovely. Next is another mermaid. This is my very first Bella Filipina that I have stitched and finished, and again it is a small one, so it is not a full-blown Bella Filipina pattern but rather the celebratory pattern for the first Bella Filipina retreat that was held in the UK, which I attended in May of last year, May of 2023. So she's just like sitting on this little rock, some little coral details and her tail fins poking down into the water. Lots of lovely beads, beautiful headdress. And again, I've stitched her on an opalescent and I've never ironed her. How naughty of me. I've just filed her without ever ironing. That's really bad. So she is my third fancy lady to share with you. There she is. Next, I pulled this one out of my file, although this is not a Mira or a Bella Filipina. And she's not got beads, so she's not quite as fancy, but what she does have is a ton of backstitch, which arguably was a lot more work than some of the others I've just shown you. So I thought I would include her, so she could have a little bit of time out of the file. This is my Mother Nature Spring pattern. So this is from Just Cross Stitch magazine. I absolutely love her. So much beautiful detail. Butterflies, flowers, flowing water. Absolutely gorgeous. Holding a lovely bouquet and the birds are holding her hair up. So yes, she's not a typical fancy lady in the style of the designers that are most associated with fancy ladies, but I think she's still very fancy and deserved a bit of a spot in this parade. So there she is. I will put her designer details in the show notes. As I said, she is from Just Cross Stitch magazine. And I do think I know in my head who the designer is, but I don't want to accidentally tell you the wrong designer in case I'm not correct. So rather than potentially confuse anyone or have to correct myself, I will just put the notes for this pattern in the show notes. So if you're interested in where to find her, just have a little look. Absolutely beautiful. And then my most recent fancy lady finish. So if you've been watching my normal Flosstubes, you will have seen her very recently. Here is my finished Snow Maiden. Absolutely love her. I'm pleased to be getting her out again. She is going to be framed very soon. It's just not quite happened yet, but I do have a frame waiting for her. So yeah, my lovely Snow Maiden. Absolutely gorgeous. And she is stitched on 32 count even weave in this lovely snow print. Gorgeous. So those are my finished ladies, which was a very short parade, but what is not going to be short is the rest that follows. So I have quite a few fancy ladies that are on the go. They are started but nowhere near finished, and then we've still got a lot of boxes here. We've got 3 boxes to my right just off camera that is just full of mirrors. So next we will look at the whips. My mirror whips are in like slight chaos. Some of them I've stored the patterns with them, some of them as soon as they've gone onto my iPad I've hidden the patterns somewhere. So for the ones where I have kept the pattern with the lady, I will just hold them up for you. The others are going to have to be a screenshot jobby, and that is true of this first one. So this is my Ella Frog Princess. She is gorgeous. I'll probably put her over there. She's gorgeous, she's beautiful. And this is my progress. So this is Fancy Lady whip number 1. As you can see, I have done a decent chunk, but it is nowhere near looking anything like a fancy lady at this point. There is still so much left to do. She has such a huge dress. I'm stitching her on a gorgeous hand-dyed fabric. Really lovely. This is a linen. I think it's going to really suit her. Like you can see the yellows and sort of cream tones of her dress do stand out really nicely against it. And even like the flowers that are a similar colour, like they don't blend into the background too much. So I think I'm really happy with this fabric choice. So that is Ella Frog Princess on the go. Who have we got next? Oh, I will put her away, otherwise we're just going to get into a muddle. I have got everything for her. I may as well just show you quickly while I'm here. So she's got like lovely Krynic, very, very sparkly gold. I think that's the only Krynic that she uses. And then she's just got loads of lovely beads. I can't see any treasures in my box, so I don't think she has any, because she is fully kitted, unless I'm mistaken. So yeah, she's just got quite a few like basic small seed beads, but then all these, oh, lost a pack of beads, all these lovely colours. Look at all these gorgeous colours that are yet to go into her, because really I've only stitched with yellows, creams and a bit of pink. There are so many gorgeous shades that will go into her. Beautiful. I have retrieved the jumping beads. Just, if I don't put these away as I go along, I'm going to get in the biggest muddle about where everything is. Next up is my little birthstone fairy. So there's like a whole range of the birthstone fairies, and this one is December Blue Topaz. So I do have the pattern here for her, and you can see from the back she uses Krynic, 1 Caron water lily, lots of DMC, and then she has both beads and treasures. Lovely, lovely, beautiful design. I've got my little kit box here with all of her threads, which I have not bobbinated despite having started her because I was feeling lazy at the time. I've just been using them with no bobbins, no floss drops, nothing, just pulling off what I need. I've got all her beads hiding in here. Where is she? And here she is. So I have got a really good portion of her done. She's on this gorgeous opalescent hand-dyed fabric, and I have opted to do her skin in 10 stitch 2/1. So you can see her legs there. A lot of work has gone into those legs, and as I've said on previous videos, I'm not sure if going forward I'm going to do anything special with the skin on any of my ladies going forward. Maybe the odd one here and there if the mood strikes me, but yes, I think in future I will probably just stick to doing 2/1 for the, sorry, 2/2 2/2 for the whole lady, for the majority of the ladies that I do. I do like the effect that you get by doing the skin all dainty, but at the same time, sometimes it doesn't look as neat when I get close to it, and it is so much faster to just do it normal. But there is my progress on December Blue Topaz Fairy. So how many is that I've shown you that are whips? I've not been keeping track. Is that my second one? Yeah, Ella Frog Princess, Blue Topaz Fairy. So that is 2 whips so far, because I'm not exactly sure how many I've got, so I'm trying to keep track as we go. Whip number 3 is my Fluffy Baker's Wife. I've worked on her recently, so you have seen her. I don't have the pattern here because I've not brought her bag down with me. I've just brought her on the frame because she's still on the frame. So this is my Baker's Wife. She has not progressed since you last saw her on normal Flosstube, but that wasn't very long ago, so I'm hoping I will get some more work done on her soon. She's looking lovely. I'm really happy with her. That is Baker's Wife. That's number 3. Fancy Lady number 4 is Bella. She is my only significant Bella whip at the moment that's actually had any work done on her. I do have one other, but there's hardly any stitches in it. So this is my Maiden of Tabataha. I think that's how we say it. She is gorgeous. I love her. I decided to start by getting up to her face and actually doing her face, because all my other ladies, I never seem to start with their face. That's kind of one of the last things that I get to, and then I don't get to enjoy looking at her face while I'm working on her. So I thought I would, like I did a centre start, but I got up so that I could do her face as soon as possible. She is on a lovely hand-dyed piece of linen. And there she is. That is Fancy Lady whip number 4. Oh, I've got her box here. I'm not going to get the chart out because I will have already, I will have popped it on the screen by now. I didn't realise it was in there. But yeah, I've got the chart in the back there and then all her supplies in here, and you can see she's just chocker with beads. There are so many beads on her. Cryonics, water lilies. Yes, she is super fancy. Fancy Lady number 5 is my Fairy Roses. I absolutely love her with all her rainbow colours and wings. This is like a very old print. You can see like the design of the packaging, like the Nora designs don't come printed like this anymore. And she uses 5 different types of Mill Hill beads, 2 Cryonics, and the rest is just all DMC. So yeah, there's no water lilies in her and no fancy treasures or anything. But that being said, I think she's still going to be spectacular when she's finished. And so far, this is what I have done. I think, is she upside down? It's hard for me to tell. I'm guessing here. Is she upside down now? I think that's the right way. I think we have her the right way. So she's on quite a large piece of hand-dyed linen. And that is what I have done so far. So I've sort of done her big wing on one. I'm not far from reaching the very bottom tip of that wing. And then I've gone sort of up and almost got to the top of the top bit of the wing. And then in the middle here, I have started a little bit on her pink dress. So yeah, a nice chunk done on this, but still plenty more to go. So that is Fancy Lady number 5. So I've actually not got as many whips on the go, Fancy Lady wise, as I thought. I thought I would have more than 5. I do technically have 1 more on the go, but it's barely a start, so I'm not sure that it counts. I will show you, but it's practically no stitching. That is this one. So this is my ridiculously giant fabric. This is a full metre of fabric, like both ways, just a giant metre of fabric in my Stitch Bunny exclusive print from my website. So this is my Galactica print. You can see this tiny bit of stitching here and you're probably thinking, what is that? Because it doesn't really look like anything. But I will show you, this is the middle lady in my Deity trio. So this is what it shall look like at some point in the distant future. It will be 3 ladies together. So there is Deity of the Stars, Deity of the Moon, and Deity of the Sun. She's back in her bag, nice and safe. So yes, 6 Fancy Lady whips on the go. 4 mirrors, 2 bellas, although 1 is a very tiny start on my bella. So those are my 6 whips. Now comes the speedy bit. This bit should be quite speedy and we are just going to blast and plough through all of the charts that I have in my stash. I have some in this first box that are just literally the charts by themselves, and then I have some that are like kitted or partially kitted. Which one shall we do first? Let's do the partially kitted ones first. So let's start with this one. These are in no particular order of when I got them or when I plan to do them. But obviously the ones that are kitted, I should probably try and do before I move on to doing the ones that are not kitted. Because I have a lot to keep me going. So first up is Pontus and Thalassa. This lovely mermaid and merman duo. This is everything I need to stitch it other than fabric, and my petite treasure braid are missing because when I ordered this from Zarina. Like when I last saw Zarina from Hawkins Hobbies, my Petite Treasure braid had not arrived, so she gave me everything else, and I'm actually going to be getting those from her very soon. She does have them now. So next time I see her, this kit will be complete other than needing fabric. But absolutely love this. Love that there is a merman in this design. Really nice that they're there together. Really love this one. That is Pontus and Thalassa. Ooh, next is my Bianca Bella by Mirabilia. She is gorgeous, holding this lovely apple. Serious Snow White vibes, which I think is perhaps the point. And I have her kitted, so I've got all my DMC here ready to go. And I've got my pack of beads. Can't see any fancy threads in there. Does she not have any? Let's have a little look at the back of a chart. Oh, she uses 2 Caron water lilies, which I don't have. So yes, she's partially kitted. I need to choose fabric and I need to get the Caron water lilies. So just 2 Caron water lilies to buy to complete my materials pack, as it were, for her. But I've got all the DMC colours ready to go. I've got all the beads. I just need to pick a nice fabric for her. When I kit my ladies, I do tend to not actually pull fabric for the majority of them until I'm literally starting the project. So to me, when I'm kitting a fancy lady, that means having all the beads, the threads, and the chart all in one place ready to grab, and then I add fabric just before I start. There will be a handful of these when we're going through them where I have assigned fabric to them already, but they are few and far between. The majority I haven't. Next one is Mermaid Undine. So another lovely Mirabilia chart. I do love the mermaids. I think this one is gorgeous. She uses a lot of Caron water lilies. There are 5 different Caron water lilies in this design. Quite a few beads. Not so many DMC. Very, very Caron water lily heavy. And I'm not sure again if I've got them. Do I have them? I do. So look at these. I'm not going to show you the DMC because that isn't so exciting. But look at these gorgeous Caron water lilies that she uses. Absolutely beautiful colours. Look how pretty they are. Oh, I love them. I do love working with the Caron water lilies. I find them an absolute joy to stitch with. Whenever I'm stitching on a mirror design that uses them, I get really excited to get to those bits because they're just such lovely threads to work with. She does have quite a lot of beads. And some of them are like these long beads, which I've never actually stitched with before, so that's going to be interesting. I have never used these like long bugle beads in any design so far. So yes, I'm lucky because she does contain Magnifica beads, which obviously these days are hard to get, so I'm very fortunate that I've already got them and that she's already kitted. Who's next? I'm just putting my hand in the box like a lucky dip. Who is next? Ooh, next. I have 2 boxes for this one, so now I'm going to have to find the other one. Bear with me. Right, so this is Dressmaker's Daughter, but she requires 2 boxes because there are, I say she, it's actually 4 dresses. But this one has so many materials and it is such a biggie that I did need 2 boxes to store everything for this one. This one has so many DMC colours in it. It's got 2 different Krynics, loads of different beads, like 5 Caron water lilies, and also a bunch of treasures. This is going to be amazing when I get round to doing it. I have got all of the beads, I've got all the Krynic, all the DMC, I have got everything for her. So I'm super excited about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said I've got all of the Caron water lilies. I seem to have 4. I might be missing one. So I've got 4 Caron water lilies here, although I think it calls for 5. So I'll have to hunt to see if I've misplaced the 5th or whether I still need to buy it. We've got loads and loads of shiny metallics, gorgeous. And then the bead pack and treasure pack for this is absolutely huge. Giant bead and treasure pack. And I don't know if she uses any Magnificas. I can't see any in here. So that's fortunate. That is fortunate if you want to kit her. I can't see any in here. But yes, there's a very weighty bead pack in there. Lots of beautiful threads, although I am puzzled about why I'm missing one of my water lilies. It is a little bit strange. There's definitely supposed to be 5, so I've definitely, I don't know, either pinched it for something else or maybe it was out of stock when I ordered. Who knows? And this is one of the few kits that I have actually selected fabric for. So I've got all my DMC colours, which are now no longer in the box. I shouldn't have done that, should I? But I did have to pull them out anyway to get to my fabric. And I have opted for the called for fabric for her. I keep saying her, she's not even a lady. For this design of the dresses, I'm going to be using this Permin 32 count milk chocolate linen. I've heard from other people that this is quite stiff linen. I haven't actually taken it out of the packet yet, so we will see. But I'm sure it'll be fine, and we'll see how I get along. To put all my threads back now before I can continue. Next up is my partially kitted Queen Bee. I love her with the archway. I just think she's extremely regal and fabulous. I have partially kitted her, so I've got all my DMC colours ready. I've got my embellishment packs. I've got all her beads and treasury bits. What I don't have is the Caron water lilies or the Krynic for her. So yes, she's partially kitted, but I'm more than halfway there with the supplies that I've got waiting for her. Next I have got, ooh, I love these two. These are in the same file, so I've got a pair of charts here. And these are the Day Nymph and the Night Nymph. So this one here is the Night Nymph. And this one here is the Day Nymph. And I've put them together in a box. I've not got all the threads, I don't think, but I've started to collect the Valdini threads for these. So both of them use quite a number of the Valdini threads. They don't have any DMC. They've both got quite a lot of beads, which I don't have yet. And they've both got Krynic and some treasures. But I've sort of started to kit these. So at the moment, like I said, I've got my Valdini threads. I don't think I've got all of them, but I've made a start on collecting the ones that I needed. And I've also got some that I was able to reuse from when I did my sunflower fairy. So like these ones are also called for in this design, but they were used in my sunflower fairy. So hopefully there's enough leftovers from that design to put into those, which is quite nice. But yeah, absolutely love both of these designs. I think they are beautiful. Lovely, lovely. Pile is growing to my left. Boxes are getting emptier to my right. Next is the gorgeous Botanical Garden. And I absolutely love this portrait. Really beautiful. This uses mostly DMC, just a single Caron water lily, a single Krynic, and a few beads, but I don't think there are any treasures. I have got a nice piece of linen tucked away in her box. So this is just like a very neutral, nice linen. She is like on a pink background here, which I do quite like, so I may change my mind, but I had put this piece of linen in her box. And then yeah, I've got all the DMC, I've got all the beads, and she's just got her single cry knit here, which is called Olive Grove. And it's quite a pretty one. All these sort of blues and greens together. Love, love it. Oh, I love going through my stuff. Does it make anyone else happy to sometimes just go through your stash? They do say that it's two separate hobbies, isn't it? Actually stitching it all and collecting it all. And in the several years since I restarted my stitching, I've definitely been heavy on the collecting side of things. Now I need to get busy with the stitching side of things, or none of them will ever be finished. This next one I actually bought as a kit, so I think this was an eBay purchase a while ago, like a good long while ago, and this is Queen of the Fairies. Yeah, Titania, Queen of the Fairies. I think she's absolutely gorgeous, but like I said, I bought this on eBay, and I think this is like an old version of the pattern. I'm not sure because it's not in a booklet. Like I basically just got the chart here, but then instead of it being in the normal sort of square wallets, I've got this like front sheet. It's definitely an original, like you can tell it's an original, but it says kit includes, so this literally at some point came as a kit. And somebody obviously didn't stitch it, and I have bought it. So I've got this nice piece of linen that came with it, which I do really like. It's like a very pale sort of peachy blush sort of colour. More peach than pink. I do like that, although I'm not sure if I will stitch her on that, but I left it in there because that's what she came with. And because this has come kitted, like all the beads are just like already in little pouches with hopefully enough for me to use. I've got the cry knit on the little spools here. And all of the threads are organised for me on thread cards. Instead of being like full skeins, they are just the amount that I need. Hopefully, hopefully won't run out because I won't know until I start her. But yes, somebody that has been doing Mirabilias longer than me, please tell me if they all used to come as kits. Was that a thing? I think she's the only one I've ever come across and picked up secondhand where it actually says kit on the cover sheet. I've never seen them typically come as kits other than like the trees and things like that. But yeah, I didn't know that any of the ladies came as kits until I stumbled across her. Next up is Winter White Santa, and I love him so much. He is gorgeous. I've had him in my stash for a little while now. And inside here there is a little lump which is his like exclusive crystal charm. So if you do want to stitch him and you are thinking of picking him up maybe pre-owned, like you'll want to check if he comes with his charm or not. Absolutely gorgeous. And this pattern does use quite a bit of cry knit, also some Rainbow Gallery Rainbow Gallery Whisper, so like the fluffy stuff. One Caron Water Lily, and as well as his exclusive charm, he does have like another Mill Hill Treasure on him somewhere, and a bunch of beads. And he's gorgeous. If you watch Teresa Little Stitcher, like you will have seen her progress on him, and every time she shows him on Flosstube, it just makes me want to start him. But so far I have refrained. Also, he's not fully kitted other than the charm that comes with the pattern. I don't have any of his beads yet. I don't have the Caron Water Lilies. I do probably have the Whisper if it's just the white Whisper, because I know I've got some of that in my stash, and I've got all the DMC colours for him. But yeah, he's not fully kitted yet, so he's not going to get started just yet, but I do love him. My fancy man. Oh, this one's quite a special one. This is my Ashley's Roses, which I coveted for quite a while and eventually got hold of. I absolutely love her. She uses loads of DMC in so many different colours, and then just some Mill Hill beads, like 3 types of Mill Hill beads. I absolutely love her. I think she is gorgeous. When I bought her, I picked her up obviously pre-owned because she's out of print, and somebody had already kitted her. So I've got all her DMC threads ready to go, all on like this DMC card. And then I've got her beads. That is all her beads. Everything that she uses in these 3 tiny packets. So other than picking out fabric, she is good to go. I don't know if anyone's been counting. I have definitely not been counting, but we've still got quite a lot to go. Next up is my September Sapphire Fairy. And I do love the range of all the like birthstone fairies. I don't have all of them. I've just sort of got the ones that I really liked. And I do like her. I think she's really pretty. I love the colours. She's got quite a few cryonics in, and she uses blending filament rather than just like the number 4 braid that we're used to. She actually uses blending filament, and they are quite spectacular, bright colours. Really, really super shiny, and like obviously so thin. They are so thin because they are blending filament. You can see that coming off there. Oh, you can barely even see it against my finger. Like, it is so thin. So that is going to be interesting to work with. And what else have we got here? Oh, and she's got like this lovely Caron Water Lily, which is like a really deep, dark colour. This one's called Dark Shadows. Look at that. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. I've got all my DMC. I've got my beads. So she is good to go. Just need to pick a fabric. Another birthstone fairy. This one is April's Blue Diamond Fairy. She's got lots of DMC, lots of beads, and a couple of cryonic. No water lilies used in this one. I just think she's absolutely beautiful. I think all the fancy ladies are beautiful. She's got some really sweet treasures. I don't know how well you will see them. I will try. I won't show them all, but she does have quite a lot of the cute little treasures. So these are like butterfly shapes. Hopefully you can see in there. She's got like little butterfly shapes. And she has these lovely, like dainty little flowers. Probably can't see those ones very well because they're falling over. But yeah, she's got other butterflies and other little flowers as well as normal beads. So yes, quite a few treasures in that one. Very pretty. Another birthstone fairy. I must have actually put this particular box in some kind of order. So this one is July's Amethyst Fairy, which I think may have been a mistake because my birthstone is amethyst and I was definitely born in February. But she uses, again, quite a lot of cryonic, quite a lot of beads. It's very pretty. I do love the cryonic colours in here. They remind me a little bit of Snow Maiden. So like very icy, sort of cool colours. Really pretty. And she has a gorgeous snowflake charm. Like this beautiful crystal snowflake. So pretty. I think that maybe, does she have a wand? I was going to say, does that go on her wand? But she doesn't carry a wand. Oh no, I think it goes round her neck. You can just make it out here on the design. She's got like a lovely snowflake necklace on. The pile is growing. Ooh. So this is my supplies box, and I've just got a little note in here saying this is for Passion Ricamo, and this is for the pattern called First Flight, which I will pop on the screen for you. So I got this as PDF download from their website, and it is like a very big pattern. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it with like the mummy fairy with the little baby fairy. Absolutely love this design, and I think I'm quite far from having everything, but I've started to kit it. So I've started to get the DMC colours together. I've got some rainbow gallery threads in there, like the petite treasure braid. I've got a little note here saying that there's like 3 types of petite treasure braid that I'm missing. So I've got 3 and I still need 3 more. But yeah, really looking forward to starting that one. I think it's a beautiful design. I do think I've got a couple of their other patterns, but again, you can get their patterns as PDF downloads, so I don't have those to show. I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of the others, but I've not started kitting them. Next is Spring Garden Party from the Pixie Couture sort of collection. This is Lily of the Valley. Absolutely gorgeous. I have picked out a fabric for her. Can hold it up. So this is the fabric that I'm going to stitch her on. This is a printed fabric from my own Stitch Bunny shop, and it's just like graduated. It's like green, yellowy orange, pink, and then blue sky at the top. And I love it. I think she'll look really nice on this. I'm lucky that she's quite a small design for a mirror, because if she was a big fancy lady, she wouldn't fit on that fabric. But yeah, she's only little, relatively speaking, so she shall fit. And she's got some lovely sparkles to go into her. I've got her bead pack. She's all organised. She's actually fully kitted. I've got everything. Everything is ready to go. So yes, love her. I inquired about having Lily of the Valley flowers for my wedding, and the cost was like eye-watering. I couldn't believe it. So safe to say that's not what I ordered, but they are really beautiful flowers. Next up is Lady of Mystery by Nora Corbett. Again, Mirabilia. Love the drama of this piece. Like, there's very few colours in this, considering the size of the design. There's not many beads either. 3 beads, no treasures. But I love her. I just think that she is fabulous. She does have Caron water lilies in. I won't bother taking them out of this packet because we're trying to speed up, not slow down. But just this very sort of rich, sort of chocolatey, variegated silk, which I think is what all of this border is stitched in, even though on the model stitch here it very much looks black. But in person, these threads are like chocolate brown, a bit of sort of orangey brown. There's some like plum colours in there. Really, really beautiful variegated thread. Got 2 left in this box. So here we've got a lovely Bella Filipina chart. This is the deity of the wind. Absolutely gorgeous. I love like the movement, like with the swirly bit, and she just looks like she's in flight. Really gorgeous design. I have got the full kit here, which I've clearly bought from Zarina, because it's got all her labels over it. So she has quite a lot of shiny sparkly Krynic in her. 5 different colours there. Lovely bead pack with lots of nice beads. And I've got all the DMC for her. So other than fabric, she's good to go. What's in this box? So in this box, I've got all the supplies for Aquabella Crystal Mermaid. I'm not sure why the chart is not in the box, because I do have the chart, but I'll pop it on the screen so that you can see her. She's absolutely gorgeous. She has got quite a lot of cry neck. And then gorgeous, lovely bead pack in all these beautiful colours. I really like these ones. Gorgeous colours. I've got all the DMC and I do have the chart, but worryingly it's not here, so I need to find that. Maybe I'll find her when we go into my charts box. Maybe I've just not put her with the kit. Who knows? That is box number 1 done. So I'm going to take a very quick break to put these all away, and then I will pull out box 2 and we will carry on. I am back with a fresh box. This one does not have as many in, so I would safely be able to say that we are over halfway through now, guys. What have we got in this box? So here we have Blossom Goddess, who is absolutely gorgeous. I love her so much. She uses loads of DMC colours, a single Caron water lily, and 3 different Mill Hill beads. And she really caught my attention when I saw Ina stitching her in person at a retreat, and she was just so pretty. I have a feeling that Ina has chosen to stitch her on a really tiny fabric, or maybe she's doing her over 1, or she's doing her on a very high count fabric, I think. And I just thought she was beautiful, and I actually already had the pattern, but that made me think that I need to start this soon, and soon still hasn't come. But Ina's stitching of this is lovely. I don't know if you pop over onto her Instagram whether you can have a nosy if she's posted it. I do have the embellishment pack for her. So like I said, it's a very simple embellishment pack, just 4 beads. I don't have any threads for her in the box yet. I've literally just bought the bead pack for her. Oh, I am lucky. 3 out of the 4 beads, I've just realised, 3 out of the 4 beads are all Magnificas. So that is extremely fortunate that I kitted her in advance. Ooh, next is Bella Filipina's Amethyst Mermaid. And that is my birthstone, as I said before, amethyst. So I was super excited when this mermaid was released. And to date, I don't think there have been any other birthstone mermaids other than this one. So I was really lucky that it was mine. Love her. I don't have anything for her yet other than the DMC colours. I'm not sure what else I need, but it's not in there. So she's a little while away from being started because there's still plenty of things I need to get. Next one is Merchant Mermaid by Mirabilia. This one is quite an extensive kit to kit up. So she uses not too many DMCs, but then she's got 2 different Krynic number 4 braids, a blending filament, 6 different Caron water lilies, a bunch of beads, and quite a number of treasures as well. I have made a start on kitting her by buying the bead and treasure pack. You can see some of the treasures hiding in the back there. So I've got all her beads and all her treasures. I still need to get a lot of Caron water lilies before this one is kitted, and then obviously the DMC and the metallics. So partially kitted, we're getting there. Ooh, and next I have a box that just says Bella Holly Pixie, and there's nothing else in it other than a bunch of DMC. But again, I know I've got the chart, so it's a bit worrying when I keep finding these boxes with the charts missing. I don't know where I've put that. Again, we might find it. I'll put her on the screen just in case we don't find it, but I've kitted the DMC for Holly Pixie. That is a Bella chart. Next is the November Topaz Fairy. I think this is one of my favourite birthstone fairies. I think she is absolutely gorgeous. She doesn't use many different beads, but the beads that she does use, or treasures that she does use, you need like 9 packages or 14 packages of the same bead or treasure. And I would say it's going to be treasures, not beads. Maybe like the flowers for her hair and things like that. So yeah, I mean, if she needs, that's 14 packages of one treasure and 9 packages of another. I think she's going to be quite an expensive one to kit. She doesn't seem to use any Caron water lilies, but she does use 5 Cryonic metallics. But absolutely love her so much. I just love like her beautiful crown and the colours. Like yellow is my favourite colour, and I just love that she's in a beautiful yellow dress. Next is quite an old Mirabilia chart. I've got this pre-owned. I think Adam bought me this as a gift, and it is the Blooming Bride. This is from 1996. This does use some water lilies, quite a few beads, and quite a lot of crystal treasures, as well as obviously DMC. So far I have got the DMC. Getting to the end of my sort of kit boxes. Ooh, so this one is the Enchanted Mermaid. I think she is quite spectacular. Absolutely love her. Now she is a very expensive mermaid to kit up. She doesn't use any Caron water lilies, but she has a lot of treasures. Quite a lot of treasures that make her quite expensive. However, when I started to kit her, so you can see I've got all my DMC ready and bobbinated, and she doesn't use any Cryonic. So no, she does use Cryonic, does she? Yeah, she does use Cryonic, which I've not got in here. But there's no Caron water lilies for me to buy, so I've pretty much got all the threads other than needing some metallics. However, I saved myself a fortune by kitting her beads and crystals myself. So instead of buying the Mill Hill ones, I went ahead and bought ones from the website Crystal Idea. So I've got like Mayuki seed beads, which come in this giant tube instead of needing like multiple packets of a similar bead from Mill Hill. I just got this tube, which hopefully will be more than enough for what I need and like a fraction of the cost. I then got these little Delica Mayuki beads. I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but they are very much like the Magnifica beads, I think. Absolutely lovely, really nice and sparkly. And then I'm not going to pull out all my treasures, but just to show you what you can get from that website. They're obviously not all exact colour matches, but for all the little like flower crystals and stuff, I just got substitutes from that website. So instead of getting the Mill Hill ones that just come, you know, a couple in a packet, I was just able to order them from this website. So I've got like my little green flowers there. And I've got my crystal drops, which again, the Mill Hill ones are rather expensive and you need rather a lot of them for this design. So I just ordered the size equivalents from Crystal Idea. What else have I got? I'll just show you one more of my crystals. So again, I've got these other little flowers that are blue. And they are like so comparable to the Mill Hill flowers that I was trying to substitute, and you just need so many of them for this design that it just seemed sensible. Now, the only ones that I did not substitute for this design were these particular ones. I don't know that you'll see them very well in the packet because as soon as I hold it up to you, they'll just flip over. But these particular flowers, if you're going to cooperate, I might have to turn it backwards for you. These particular flowers by Mill Hill were just like a slightly different, more unique shape and size. And I couldn't find something comparable to these. I could have just subbed them for a different flower type bead on that website, but I just thought, you know what, I've saved loads by getting all the crystal drops and everything in substitutes. So for this flower, which is number 12233, I just went ahead and bought the actual Mill Hills. But everything else that I've kitted for this pattern is completely substituted in terms of beads. And I'm very happy. I'm very happy because I did kit her up for a fraction of the cost, and all I've got left to buy is a couple of metallics if I don't already have them in stash. I do have quite a lot of Krynic stashed away in my DMC chest, like the wooden chest, so I might well have them in there, we'll see. Next one is White Clover. So this is a lovely pixie from the Poison Pixies range by Nora Corbett. She's very, very cute. I love her. Really love her skirt. Like all the layers, very pretty. And all I've got for her is the bead pack. So that is where we're at in terms of kitting so far. But again, it's got Magnifica beads on. Do you know what? I'm seeing a pattern here. When I'm pulling out boxes that only have a chart and a bead pack in, all of them have got bead packs with Magnifica in, and it's sort of ringing a bell in my head. I think when it was sort of announced or became more common knowledge that Magnifica beads were not being produced, I have a feeling that I went onto the Arts and Designs website and for quite a few of my charts where I've already got the chart, I went and bought as many bead packs as I could at the time that needed Magnifica beads so that I had them, because already they were getting hard to come by if you were just looking for the individual packets. So I think, yes, I just went on Arts and Designs website and bought the packs that already had them in. Pretty sure that is what has happened. That's why I've just got all these random charts that just have a bead pack and nothing else. I was getting the Magnifica beads while they were available. So next one is Mermaid Perfume. Another fabulous mermaid. I do enjoy the mermaids. I think they are my favourite kind of fancy lady. She has a lot of Caron water lilies, one Mill Hill treasure type, and lots of beads. She also uses quite a lot of blends, which you don't see in that many Mirabilia designs, but this one does use quite a number of blends. But that's fine, I like blends. I like the effect that they give. And I have to show you the water lilies because again, they're just beautiful. Whenever there's water lilies in here, I just want to pull them out. So she has got 6 gorgeous water lilies, all in different shades. They're so pretty. I love them so much and they just feel so beautiful. So beautiful. What have we got here? We've got Copper, Ocean Breeze, Antique Rose, Redwood, African Sunset, that one is gorgeous, I love that pink, and Sable. Beautiful threads, oh, so soft, they're just lovely, I adore them. Absolutely love the Caron water lilies, like I get excited over them. I just think they're fabulous. Oh, not put my chart away, we don't want that. So yeah, she is fully kitted and good to go. I've got the Carons, I've got the bead pack, I've got everything. She's organised, she's ready to go. I think these are my last 2 that are kitted to share with you, and they are both rather nice out of print mermaids. So I have got the South Seas Mermaid, and I fell in love with her after seeing her on the finishers table at a Mirabilia retreat, and I absolutely was desperate to have her. And I think this was either a birthday or a Christmas present from Adam. He treated me to this chart, and she is absolutely gorgeous. I love her. And I've got all the beads. She doesn't have any Caron water lilies, and she just has like a few sparkly crynets and beads, so that's it, other than DMC. No other fancy threads in her. Oh, someone's barking. Hopefully Adam will attend to the doggies. Who is that? I think that's Lily. That is definitely Lily. If Adam doesn't go and sort her out in a minute, I will. Here we go. This is Mermaid of the Pearls. And again, absolutely fell in love with her after seeing her finished at a retreat and decided that I really wanted her. And again, another amazing gift from Adam for a birthday or a Christmas present. I really, really love her. She does use quite a lot of Krynic, quite a few beads. Yeah, she's lovely. And yeah, when Adam got this one for me, he found it kitted. So all the beads and like treasures that I need are in these little bags. All the metallics I need are all on this floss card. And then all the colours that I need are already here on this floss drop. So that is nice that she's all organised and ready to go. So those are all my kitted supplies, and now we're just going to delve through my box of charts, and then we will be finished, and you will have seen all of my fancy ladies except for the few that are possibly hiding from me. I'm just going to go and check on Lily. We do have babies now. I will pop a picture on for you, those of you that have been excited. I will show you them more in my next proper Flosstube. But yes, we do have babies, and I will be back in a minute. And I'm back. So the last thing we're going to do is go through my box of just charts. I'm just going to go through these ones very quickly. They're not kitted, I don't have anything for them, so I'm just going to hold them up so you can see what I've got. But I just wanted to show you the actual box before we start, if I can lift it. So this is my box of kits, and you can see it's got like a clear window at the front, and it's like the perfect size for my Mirabilias to go in. You see it's got like carry handles on both sides, and I absolutely love these. These were a recent purchase from Amazon. They came in a pack of 4 boxes, and I've got one for my mirrors, and obviously I know which one is my mirror box because it's got the window. I say mirrors, I've got Bella's in here as well. This is my fancy lady box, but I know that that's what's in here because of the nice window on the front. And then I've got another 3 of these. One has got my charts in, like all my charts that are not fancy ladies, to keep them, like before they were just on a shelf, and now in this box they're like dust free, and it keeps them all nice and clean and neat and tidy. And like the bigger charts, like ones that are A4, I just sort of store like lengthways this way, and then all my smaller charts can stack the same way that I do with these ones. And then the other 2 boxes are full of my kits. Not all my kits, but quite a few of my kits. So yeah, I just thought that you might like to see the boxes because it's a really nice box. I'm impressed with these. I like them a lot. Right, what have we got in here? It's not full, by the way. Like the box is not full at all. So in here, flat down the side, I've got my Nora charts. So we'll just go through these really quickly, like I said, because I've not got anything in them. So I'll literally just look what I've got. So I've got dewdrops, lotus, water reeds. You can see a theme here because these ones are all from like the same collection of pixies, or like water themed pixies. This one is the Water Sprite. I think she might be one of my favourites in the set. We've got Pond Lily. Oh, I thought there was a couple more of those. Maybe not. Then got the Winter Hare. Not strictly a fancy lady, but a fancy animal by a fancy lady designer. So I think he still counts. Same with this one. I've got the Winter Bear. And the Winter's Nest with the little birdies. Oh, next up we've got Miss Simbi, who I love. I just think she's a very colourful and fun, really fun design. Got Gladiola Maid of Honour from like the wedding series. She is fabulous. Got Lady Cat. Fabulous colours in this. This one is one of my favourites. So this is Pussy Willow, Mother of the Bride. And I absolutely adore this one. I think it's beautiful. I've got the actual bride herself. So the Calla Lily Bride. Got the Gemini chart with the twins. Do that at some point for Daisy. Then I've got the Aries chart because Adam is an Aries. So I thought that I might stitch that at some point, not necessarily for Adam, but at some point I wanted to do the star signs for myself and Adam and the children, just so that like all the star signs within our household have all been stitched. I thought that would be nice. Next I have got like the teacups. So this is, what's this one called? Cream and Sugar. I'm pretty sure I fell in love with this one a long time ago after seeing Teresa Little Stitcher with it on her Flosstube. I'd got enabled again. She's good at that. Next is Claire, which is this silhouette. So a little bit different. I like that. And Evanora, which again is a silhouette. And I have a feeling like I do have beads and stuff for quite a few of these, and I think these ones might call for some Caron. Yeah, Caron water lilies in these silhouettes, and I'm pretty sure I've got those, but I've just not put these patterns with their supplies. So yeah, for quite a few of these patterns, I don't actually need to kit them from scratch. I have bits and bobs lying around. But obviously they're just they're a bit bigger, they're a bit bulkier, these charts, and they're just a lot easier to store all together in one place than separate them all out to try and put supplies with them. Right, moving on to the charts. Aha, here she is. I told you that I had my Holly Berry Pixie. I don't know why she isn't with her supplies, but that's okay, it doesn't matter as long as I found her. So Holly Berry Pixie is there. I've then got Urdra, the gorgeous mermaid with all these like copper tones in. I have seen her stitched, I think by Karen, the Bella superfan. I'm sure that she brought this one to the Bella retreat or a retreat that I saw her at, and it was stunning. I've got Olivia, the Forest Witch. I love her with the owl. I think she is fabulous and dramatic and beautiful. Got the Hummingbird Pixie. And I loved her from the moment she was released. I just love her rainbow wings and like her pixie boots. She's very cool. Oh, and I've also got a Bella Bird of Paradise. So again, not a fancy lady, but a chart by a fancy lady designer. Still doesn't answer the question of where my Aquabella pattern is. So it's not in this box, which is concerning. I'm going to have to hunt for her. Maybe she's like slipped down the unit or something when I was sorting and tidying, I hope. otherwise she's lost. Right, here come the mirrors. So these are my unkitted mirrors. Let's go. We will just blast through these because I'm sure that Adam is missing my wonderful company this evening, and it is getting on for, like, it's nearly 9:15. I'm going to try and finish this up. So we've got red, very Red Riding Hood vibes, but a bit fancy with a fancy spin on it. We have got the Emerald Mermaid, who is absolutely lovely. Oh, Aphrodite Mermaid. I think I've put all the mermaids together here, something is telling me. We've got Mermaids of the Deep. A very beautiful pair. I've seen people stitch this one like with colour conversions and all sorts. I've got the Queen Mermaid here. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh. Next, I've got Silver Moon Tea, which I really love. It's a little bit different than a lot of the other mirrors. I like how she's just like a sort of portrait, sort of square thing, like pretty much full coverage. Yeah, I like her a lot. So my leg's going numb, so I'm just going to readjust, guys. I got myself all comfy and curled up on the sofa in this spot, but realised that like I can't feel my right leg. Next is Christmas Elegance. Absolutely gorgeous. This is a very old chart, 1994. I'm really, really lucky and happy to have got hold of this one. I think the vast majority of my out of print charts are ones where Adam just treated me. And when I keep saying it was either birthday or Christmas, I think it was my birthday, and he just went all out and bought me sort of all the ones that he could come across at the time that I'd said I liked, that were like on my wish list. So yeah, I was really, really spoilt that year. Next one is Red Lady Pirate. I've then got the Giggles in the Snow pair, so the little snow boy and girl angels. Very sweet. Tree of Hope, which I really, really love. It's just a little bit different from a lot of the other mirrors, and really, like, you know, the focus is on the tree with the ladies sort of secondary to that. But yeah, I think just there's something really beautiful about this particular design. Next, I have got this one, and I don't know her name, and the chart is all funny inside it. It's a mystery, guys, because I'm not going to unfold the chart, and this one, the name is just escaping me. But I've got this lovely chart here of two ladies drinking tea. I'm sure their name will pop into my head as soon as I've switched the camera off. So that is usually what happens to me when I'm filming any sort of Flosstube. I always forget something. Next, I've got Royal Games 1 and also Royal Games 2. I think these ones are incredibly popular designs by Mirabilia. My lovely friend Rachel is stitching these, and she's doing them like 1/1 on a crazy small count fabric, and it's looking amazing. She's just finished the first card, I think, other than the beading, and sent a photo in like a little stitching group that we're both in with other ladies, and it's amazing. And also I can't believe that she's managed to do it so tiny. But it's going to be beautiful, absolutely beautiful when she's done all the beads. Although I don't know if she is beading or whether she's doing it with Krynic because of the size of the thing. But yes, I will. I'll pop Rachel's Instagram name on the screen, and you can go and check her out. I don't know if she's posted it to Instagram yet. I can't remember. But if she has, it's worth going and taking a peek because it's very impressive stitching. Next is Tea by Nora Corbett, with these two lovely ladies sat at their table having a cup of tea and a natter, because who doesn't enjoy that? I've got Butterflies of Gold, and Butterflies of the Meadow. Got a Nora Corbett in here, Autumn Flame. Got the Willow Queen. I've got Bluebell. I didn't know that I had her. I'm really excited. I didn't know I had her. I've got Bluebell. Well, that's exciting. That is a really pleasant surprise. I didn't know that she was hiding in my stash, so that's amazing. I've got the Holly Pixie. The Rain Queen. The lovely Pansy here, who I absolutely love. And the Red Cabbage Sprite. I've got the Fairy Moon, who is another oldie, so she's from 93. I think she's absolutely gorgeous, really love this one. We have got January's Garnet Fairy. My grandmother, my nan, who has passed, she passed quite a number of years ago, but she did not have a January birthday, but yet she had so much garnet jewellery that was passed to me. Like, she must have just really liked it as a gemstone. But I always remember asking my dad, like, being confused. I was like, was Nan's birthday in January? Because she just had so much garnet jewellery. So this reminds me of her. It reminds me of my nan. And yeah, I've got all her like garnet jewels. Don't really wear them, but I look at them sometimes. And they remind me of her too. This is the October Opal Fairy. It's very pretty. Do you think I have a large proportion of the birthstone fairies? Next is a Midsummer Night's Fairy, like on the branch, and then she goes really lovely, I think, with Lily of the Woods Fairy. It's like both on their like branches. I think these ones like go together really nicely. I've got the Feather Fairy. Fairy Flora. Idea, the Garden Fairy. Got the August Peridot Fairy, who I think Cross Stitch Matera has just purchased. I'm pretty sure she's just treated herself to this. So we might have to do a sal. I love her. I think her wings are fabulous. This one, which one is this? June's Pearl Fairy here. Very pretty. Oh, I've then got the Spring Topiary Garden. I bought this chart from Hawkins Hobbies, and Zarina did helpfully slot into it like an amendment to the chart. Like, so there's a warning with this one that I need to follow the amendments. So yes, that's very useful. Thank you, Zarina. Then got Shakespeare's Fairies. 3 for tea. And this is the one I was looking for. So when I showed you these two on their branches, I knew there was another. This one, the Woodland Fairy. I think they just make a really wonderful trio. Really, really nice. They go lovely together. And this one has like a similar vibe, but yeah, it's not quite as much. This is the Butterfly Fairy. It's like all those three are like on their little branches in the forest. I really like those. I've then got Lady Justice, Andromeda, Princess Eliana, who I absolutely love. I have seen so many people stitch her, so I know that she's extremely popular, and you can see why. Like, she is just fabulous. I do love her. Got Nightingale. It's absolutely beautiful. Just looks like she's floating. Got the Forest Goddess. Moonflowers. Got Cathedral Woods Goddess, who I absolutely love. She is one of the first Mirabilias that I really fell in love with. Beautiful. And last but not least, I have got this lovely lady, whose name I struggle to pronounce. So we've got like Persefone. She is lovely. One of the ladies that has a bit of background going on. And she's sort of partially kitted. I have bits. I've made a start on kitting her. So that is all of my fancy lady stash. I hope that you have enjoyed having a look through with me. I'm slightly worried because a couple of my charts are missing. So I know that my Aquabella Mermaid, Bella Filipina chart has not materialised, but I do have it somewhere and I've already started to kit for it. I do also have the Gaia chart by Bella Filipina. And I think I've even kitted that one. So that's a bit of a mystery as to where that box is. But my stash was very unorganised and I've only just recently sort of gone through and properly organised things. So maybe a couple have slipped through the cracks. Possibly literally slipped through the cracks. I may need to check like down the back of my storage unit and have a little nosy. Thank you for spending some time with me. If you have reached the end of this video, I'm not exactly sure how long it has been because I've stopped and started the camera a few times, but I know it's not a short one. Appreciate you coming along to have a little nosy through my stuff with me. And yeah, this has been really fun. I enjoyed doing my kit parade not long ago, and I just thought this would be another fun floss tube that I could do instead of a mid-month floss tube, because not enough stitching going on at the moment to warrant 2 actual floss tube episodes a month. Take care everyone, and I will see you soon. Happy stitching.